I heard about you long before we met. You're winsome and you're young, at least that's what they said. Underneath your glitter and your gold, you can't deny the fact that you are growing old. You have 1,000 eyes that never fall asleep. Someday I will leave you when I've had enough of your beauty.
Hello, welcome to today's video. Intros are weird. I wanted to share with you today this, excuse me, hair fork, because my mind has been blown. It's a whole new world and I'm a complete convert. No more hairbands. This is how I've been doing it. Either fully up or a little half up. Today I feel like a half up. Oh, my hair is matted. Can you tell? I literally never brush it. I don't really do much with my hair. In fact, I just leave it alone as much as possible, which is also why I like this hair fork, because it's really easy. I don't have to like reposition it or re-tie it up in the daytime. I just put it in and it's good to go. Also, I think it's pretty healthy for hair because it's not like a tight elastic. You know, elastic bands are bad for your hair and they can cause breakage and stuff, whereas this I think is pretty good for your hair. And it looks kind of cute as well. I got so excited when I ordered it. I ordered it from a shop on Etsy. I'll link it down below. And I got so excited. It only took like a week to come, but in that time I was like practicing with pencils and stuff and pretty much got the technique down, although the pencil definitely didn't work as well as the fork does. I have quite thick, heavy hair, so I went for the fork. You can also use hair sticks, which is kind of, you know, just one prong, but I like the hair fork. It's good for putting all of the hair up as well. It's a little bit stronger, but yeah, I've been enjoying that recently, and it's sustainable as well. You only need one or two if you're doing space buns or something, and then good to go. Lovely piece of wood. Thought I would share it with you. Let me know if you use them and like other methods of putting up, because I've just been doing this one method. But I'm definitely curious to experiment with it and try other things as well. I've been trying the French twist, haven't quite got that down yet, but yeah, I like it.
I haven't gotten used to your scent. I'm certain you have had another cigarette.
So I got a load of fruit in a fruit and veg delivery box. There's so much and it's starting to go a little bit squishy. So what I thought I would do is just kind of chop it all up and make like a fruit salad. It's going to be really good. I've got mango and pineapple. This is all stuff that was going to be destined for landfill, things that were like not perfect enough to sell in the supermarket, or there was just too much of it. A lot of our food just gets sent to landfill, and this company, Oddbox, not sponsored or anything, collects a load of it and ships it out, and so that's the fruit and veg box that I get. So a load of things like plums and nectarines, so there's just a load to get through. And they're going a bit squidgy, so I figured if I chop them up and make like a fruit salad style thing, I could put lemon juice on it, which will preserve it, and I don't want to create more food waste. I thought we would just have a little catch up, because it's been a while. Finding a little bit awkward at the moment to talk in front of the camera. I suppose it's been quite a while since I've done it consistently. I feel like I've been lacking in kind of inspiration and creativity and even desire to be in front of the camera for a little while. Plus it's winter, which I feel like is a time of year where a lot of people just don't really feel the creative inspiration, but I am looking forward to spring. It's my birthday in a couple of weeks, which always for me is like the signifier that spring is coming. Pink blossoms in the tree, that always makes me feel like it's almost my birthday and spring is around the corner. I feel like I've been getting in my own way from making content as well. I can overthink it, overanalyze it, kind of feeling like the things that I have to share people aren't really interested in, but also feeling like the things that I want to share are the things that people don't want to watch, and the things that people do want to watch are the things I don't want to share, and trying to find a balance between that. That just causes me to halt and not make any kind of content, not the content I want to make, not the content I think that you want to watch. and all of that, and then I end up just getting into like a dry spell of not making any content at all, which has been what's happening lately. So I wanted to kind of get back into it, and I've been thinking about it, trying not to overthink about it. What kind of content I enjoy watching and what kind of content I enjoy making are kind of one and the same. It's the more real life, I suppose, like more old school vlog type thing. I think a lot of videos now are becoming more education based, which is wonderful. I think it's a perfect platform for that. But generally that's not the kind of content I watch the most of, and it's not the kind of content I enjoy the most to make. I enjoy the more casual, this is just my experience of life, hoping that it resonates with somebody else, but more just to create that sense of community and togetherness. I think especially right now, obviously, but also just generally, I feel like there's a lot of separation between people, and this kind of content brings them together. So I think there's also, you know, like a good space for it. I also just, on just like a surface level, enjoy making it the most. So I figured I would just turn the camera on today, take you with me in my day, see where we end up. It's not like, oh, I've had this epiphany and all of a sudden I can make content without worrying about it. You know, it's still a struggle of anxiety and lacking of inspiration and whatever. And I'm aware that humans go in cycles. Sometimes I feel more creatively inspired than other times. Sometimes I need a break, and I think that that's okay as well. There's a lot of rhetoric around content creation that's like consistency is key, which to an extent is true, but also I think we need to keep in mind our own mental health and our own cycle of living. You know, nothing is linear, and certainly not creative cycles, and I think we need to give ourselves a break every now and again. So that's where I am. Of course, my main focus of sustainability and compassionate living, conscious living, all of that is still at the heart of everything, but those kind of subsections, I suppose, came out of how I live my life in general. Those are the things that I value in my day-to-day life. It's not something that I kind of go into the office with. Those definitions, I suppose, came from how I live my life anyway, so I figured taking you with me in my day-to-day life, you know, I get a lot of inspiration about what to post when I'm thinking, this might be interesting. It's just something I'm doing in my daily life, you know, like how I do laundry, or doing like a morning routine, or the clothes I'm wearing, things like that, that are just kind of standard in my life anyway. Those are the kind of things I want to be sharing, also because that's how we create content that's accessible and it's easily sustained. I think sustainability needs to be sustained, deliberate actions, kind of like a diet. If you go on a crash diet, you know, it might last a year or so, and then you're going to go back to your own ways because it was too time consuming or too complicated or too strenuous or whatever it is. I think that if we're talking about personal change as opposed to system change, then the smaller daily actions are going to create a larger difference overall than doing something completely intensely for a short period of time and then letting it go because it felt like too much, you know. So I suppose it's all about everything that I'm talking about, the creative process and sustainable living. It's all about that balance and constant improvement as well. But I don't know, let me know what you think of any of what I just said in the comments below. Again, I started this channel and I want to continue this channel with the aim of community at its focus, but I can't do that on my own, so that's where I need you, and that's where I enjoy your input as well. Like, I enjoy making videos, I especially like the editing process, but my favorite part is actually after the content has gone live and seeing all of your reactions and your thoughts, because we're all different human beings with different experiences and different reactions and different come-froms and standpoints and opinions, and that's fascinating to me. And so reading your comments and seeing your responses and chatting with each other and chatting with me is my favorite part. And so yeah, we can only create this community together. I suppose I could just make a jam or something with the rest of these. Plum jam is actually my favorite jam. Ooh, here we go. I did that with the apples that we had We just had an excess of apples. They kept on coming and I couldn't keep up with it, so I just made a applesauce. So maybe I'll do the rest with those plums, because this is already getting full and I've still got a mango and a pineapple to chop up.
The way your laughter seemed to go for miles and miles. You have 1,000 eyes that never fall asleep. Someday I will leave you when I've had enough of your beauty.
I've been washing up using a Marseille soap. Oh, the lighting is contrasty here, which has been a game changer, and I am completely like boggled why this isn't spoken about all over the like zero waste sustainability sphere. This stuff is so good and it's classic, it's like ancient. But I've been experimenting with that and really liking it. It's basically, if you don't know, it's an all-natural soap from France, from an area called Marseille in France, and it's made out of olive oil mostly, and I think maybe coconut oil. It's largely olive oil, it's all natural. You can do everything with it. So I've been washing my dishes with it, washing the surfaces. You can also use it as a stain remover, to do your laundry, to wash your hands, obviously, to shave with. You can use it to like wash your face, I think even wash your hair. If you need to wash something, you need to clean something, you can use the Marseille soap, and it's basically really effective but gentle. So I've been using that with my coconut scrubby. So if you follow me on Instagram, you have probably seen this setup before. This is a new-ish, since last year, little meditation zone that I've set up for myself. And I've been practicing Cha Dao, which is a Chinese tea ceremony, as a form of meditation lately. And as part of that, there are lots of tea leaves. So here's actually where I've been saving all of the tea that I've drunk. Here's all of the tea leaves that I've drunk over the past about 5 months since I've been practicing daily. And that is because I'm going to be dyeing some fabric. I saved them in this little cloth so that they can dry, because look at how pretty these colors are. Let me see if I can show you. These are such gorgeous colors. You can see where the tea has stained. Here's some that's still drying. I love it. I'd love to do a piece like this that's got different kind of variations of the tea stains. And I also have this water left over that's got a little bit of tea in it, that instead of just throwing that out, I like to give it to my plants. Tea leaves are really high in nutrients and vitamins, and so I like to give it to my plants as a little bit of a drink. This little ivy, you may recognize, was the one that was hanging down in my kitchen. It was not doing so well. I noticed it started looking really sick. And so I brought her in here because all of my plants thrive in this kind of area. So I've given her this spot, which means that you may have seen in my kitchen there's not a plant hanging down there anymore, and it looks very naked and sparse. And so I want to, I think, take some trimmings from this one, because this one is just so long. And this plant, bless them, I noticed this morning has got 2 new little shoots popping up. I think they've been really liking the tea water, so I'm going to give them a little bit more, because I find that they get maybe a little bit more thirsty when they've got new leaves. And now a quick break to learn about today's sponsor, Aluna. Aluna is a sustainable habit tracker app that makes it fun to develop new sustainable habits that are both good for you and for the planet. Aluna works by prompting you with dares like swapping to a shampoo bar, or drinking plastic-free tea, or having a waste-free lunch, and it starts with just 1 week. Aluna encourages you to start with just one small sustainable habit until it becomes second nature, rather than trying to get people to commit to starting everything all at once, which can just be overwhelming and not work in the long run. You can also nominate friends to take dares, sending them specific dares you want them to try, which makes it even more fun, and you can hold each other accountable. And once you or your friend, or hopefully both, finish the first week, you unlock the next stage, which just helps you develop that skill
and that habit even further. I know that living sustainably can often seem really overwhelming and even unachievable in everyday life for a lot of people, which is why this app is so helpful. It's all about taking those small incremental steps to creating bigger change overall and in the long run. And one of my favorite features of this app is that it actually has a small section dedicated to uplifting sustainability news. Climate anxiety is so real. I know that a lot of us have been feeling it, and it can be really overwhelming to be reading just disaster news over and over and over again. So I really appreciate that iLuna has this section dedicated to uplifting sustainability news, so we can read about the positive impacts that are happening as well, because they are there. They're just not usually making the grand news headlines because they're not as exciting maybe, but they are happening and it's good to know about them as well. I really appreciate that this app is keeping personal sustainability fun, simple and uplifting. It's only recently just launched, but I've already downloaded it and started using it, and I will be ticking off more checkpoints as I go, so I hope to see you over there. And if you do download it, don't forget to add me as a friend.
Oh, for now, you can rest easy, oh, because for now, New York, you have a hold on me. Because for now, New York, you have a hold on me. Because for now, New York, you have a hold on me. Because for now, New York, you have a hold on me.
Two little tendrils, well, quite big tendrils. We'll see how we go with that, but I think that'll look really nice and hopefully not die like this one or get sick like this one. I'll bring them back to life. Let's see how this looks.
Trying at the time to put in words how the colors are blooming, to try to count how fast my heart is booming, and it's hard to describe.
I think that looks so nice.
This feeling I feel.
See if it still works opening
In
this.
front of me a bunch of people are screaming.
Yeah, plenty of room.
I just ignore and then go on with the dream. So that's a world after you. You lay down on my life. You crush my body like a drunken mariachi. I had the piano and your mind at the ratchet. So that's a world after you. You race right in my life. You smash my words like a poem rolling. And every day your incantation is growing. Oh no, oh no, oh yeah. Oh, 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 no, yeah. Oh, 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 oh no. Lost in your eyes, I try to write and my brain keep on freezing. Can't see no point in resisting your teasing. And this ain't right. I'm just a disaster waiting.